Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Invasion Nation Morning Show, brought to you by yours truly, Redneck Invasion. It is Monday morning, and yeah, we all love Mondays around here, don't we? Who's all up in here? Jerry, good morning. Chad, Chris, Don, good morning. All right, brother. Come on in then. Let's see. Never back down. Trans Am, good morning. Krippner, good morning. Terry, good morning. Rich, good morning. Ruger wife, good morning. Tanya, good morning. Jody, good morning. Yeah. So, I have to explain something to some people because there's some, I love the rumor mill. You know why? Because it's usually people who start the rumor mill who are talking out their ass and have no idea what they're talking about. So we're gonna stop this little rumor thing right now. And I'm gonna help you all out and understand something. On your screen, you guys will be able to see. Well, maybe you won't be able to see, but if you look at the leaderboard for the chat, and at the top of that, you see that, right? You guys see you guys see that up there? I just want to make sure everybody sees that up there. Y'all can see the leaders, right? Who's up there leading the ways in donations. Okay. All right. I want to help y'all out with something. I've received some criticism from a few people because they're like, well, why haven't you brought Tanya the money yet? Okay, well, first of all, I'd been in contact with her, but I want to help y'all out. You see, as long as that's up there, I haven't been paid for it yet. So this weekend, my wife and I came out of our own pockets to go and help Tanya out. So the next time that somebody wants to walk around here and say some shit about how I'm not going to pay people, you can kiss my ass. So I had to come out of my pocket for this. Not to mention those donations that come in up there, I pay taxes on them. So this is what I'm going to do from now on. I'm not putting myself out there like that again. There's no fucking way. I'm not willing to go through that kind of criticism. I don't deserve it. I was trying to do something out of the kindness of my heart, and because other people decided to contribute. Yeah, no, I'm good. So, you know, that's it's absolutely horseshit. The ridicule I received for that. It's I did something out of the kindness of my heart, willing to help somebody, willing to put something on my account that I pay for, and then other people decided to contribute. Now understand this, and now the tech is in here. You can see, hey tech, those donations at the top of the screen, I don't get paid for them, right? Or I mean, I get paid for them, but I haven't been paid for them yet, correct? I'm trying to point something out here because some people had donated some bits in order to help Tanya's situation out. And I was trying to explain to them because as long as they see it at the top of the screen up there, at the top of the chat, I haven't received that yet. We as Redneck Invasion haven't received that yet because Twitch hasn't paid that out. So, the thing is yeah. So, so this weekend I went, and for the record, I went and spent $200 of my own money to help Tanya get everything set up. So, yeah. But I really am thoroughly pissed off about it. Yeah, we had to, she was there with no vehicle. Somebody donated a vehicle. We went and got her insurance on that vehicle and everything so she could drive around legally and safely. So, oh, ain't nobody gonna change who I am. But I'm not willing to put myself or the tech or anybody else through that kind of shit. I'm not willing to do that. There's a couple other people involved in this with me who have to go through this. My wife being included, Tech, Paulina, the rest of the guys at Romaine Berg. I'm not willing to have them go through this or have their reputation soured because of the rumors of other people. I refuse to do that. Because I have the utmost respect of what we do here and the other people involved with Redneck Invasion, the followers and the supporters here. I'm not going to do that. I'm not willing to go through that. It's not right, you know. And it's the people who sponsor the show, and the people who help keep this show rolling on a day-to-day basis. They don't deserve to hear that, to hear that kind of stuff either. So I'm not going to do it. And those of you who are adamantly here supporting me and not talking shit, I agree. I mean, I don't care if you talk shit, but I guess apparently people don't understand the process. That's already been done. They're off every form of social media. There's a cackling group of hens. But no, I'm not gonna put them out there like that. It's just not worth it. It's I don't I'm not gonna they don't deserve to have I'll call you later. I'll call you after the show. Are you home, by the way? What are you doing? All right. Well, I'll message you later on today then. Speaking of messaging, remember Thursdays we go 100% hands-free in the state of Minnesota. This means you cannot have anything displayed on your phone but navigation. It means black screen displays. Otherwise, you are allowed to touch your phone in order to answer your phone or hang up your phone. That's it. So I want you guys to know that they have changed the laws drastically in hands-free. EMT Grandma, good morning. I love being here. I don't let people bring me down. I'm gonna go to one of these conferences, man. I want to know what the fuck this is all about. I need to explain to the people what this shit is. I'm gonna go to one of these fucking conferences. Can you repeat the question? I'm just gonna go there and do the Robert Mueller. That's good. I want to go. I want to go to. I want to do the Robert Mueller thing. Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question? Yeah. Put on a suit. Fuck no. All right, Rich, I appreciate you.
Making them dirt road dollars, way out yonder, having them holler.
So this morning I had to reset. Could you see me wearing a suit? Let's knock the sleeves off that son of a bitch and we'll start there. All right, Don, thank you.
Making them dirt road dollars, way out yonder, having them holler.
I'm just going to get one of them shirts that looks like it's got a suit painted on it. So, just so you guys know, as of Thursday, Wednesday at, well, actually, it's technically Thursday at 12 a.m., the law goes into effect. There's two laws that people need to know about. Those of you who like to ride out in the left lane and think because you're doing the speed limit that you're okay, you are no longer okay. Good morning, Gus. Good to see you. You are no longer okay. Here's what's going to happen. They've enacted what is called the slowpoke law. Basically, it's another way to hit you for impeding traffic. So basically,
Screw the haters.
Amen to that one. I appreciate you, Bubba.
Making them dirt road dollars, way out yonder, having them holler.
So those of you who decide to ride it out in the left lane and impede traffic, when there's traffic coming behind you, you then have to move over. Those of you who move over into traffic and slow down the flow of traffic. Good morning, Clinton. Good to see you. Those of you who decide to move over and slow down the flow of traffic in the left lane, you can be ticketed. And you will be ticketed.
Oh, yeah!
Danny, thanks for the follow. This is how it works. So basically, you ever, like me, I mean, I push 5-6 miles an hour over on the freeway. You know, and if the flow of traffic's doing 10 or 15 above, I'm right with the flow of traffic. I have no problem doing that. But here's where the problem comes in. No, I didn't. Oh. Yeah, I didn't get any. Did you send it to me on Facebook or just send it to me via text? Oh, there it is. I had to reset my phone yesterday. Yours truly downloaded a dumbass app on his phone because he thought it would be really cool. And it literally fucked my whole phone up, and I had to restart my entire phone. I don't know the name of the butcher shop in Nicollet, if Matt gets on here, or I actually got it through Matt. I don't know. I think it's Schmidt's. I think it's called. I think. Anybody know the name of the butcher shop? I got it, Clinton. Anybody know the name of the butcher shop down in Nicollet that has the cottage bacon? I think it's Schmidt's. It is Schmidt's. Trans Am knows. Bam! I got to meet Trans Am over the weekend, by the way. So I actually got to meet a lot of people. You want to talk about somebody who produces some youngins? Holy fuck! So I got to meet one of Trans Am's youngins, man, and boy, when they talk about cranes, they ain't lying. He's a big boy. That's one big old Hassenpfeffer right there, I tell you what. So, but it was really good. I get to meet Trans Am, and I get to meet Bob, and met Brent. I've known Brent before. I met Brent years ago on a sell and swap site we were both admins on. on Facebook, and we've been talking for literally like 4 or 5 years, and I finally got to put a face with the name, you know. Colton's still wearing the hat, and I got to meet Tanya, and I got to meet Trans Am, and I got to meet Car Parts Guy wife, and I got to meet a couple other people too. I'm horrible with names, but spent the day out there hanging out with them. Absolutely amazing group of people. Extremely hospitable. Just great conversation. Really close group of friends out there. So, yeah, he's only 6'9". When I got to look up, he's a big son of a bitch. That's all I got to say. Farmer Trucker, good morning. And he doesn't just have one. He's got 2 of them big sons of bitches. I'm telling you, big bastards. Very respectful, though. I will say that. Very respectful, very good young, and got good manners. So, yeah, I definitely enjoyed that. The one and only day. Jody, good morning. Good to see you. Yeah, so you're a big boy. And then Brent's mom put me on this thing. I'll say this. Brent's mom put me on this thing. She takes pita flatbread and zesty cheese and cauliflower and broccoli and onions and bacon. And she puts it on top of there. She puts ranch dressing over the top of it to kind of help hold everything together with another layer of cheese on top of it. And oh my goodness. Yep. Fat boy kicked in. I was trying to be respectful. Brent made steak. I ate steak, and then, yeah. I got into them things, and she definitely stole the show with that. Oh, man, it is phenomenal. And I'm not usually into that vegetarian type shit, but that thing was phenomenal. So, the other thing is those y'all be praying for Lolly. Saturday afternoon, Lolly. Yeah! All right, close. Thanks for following. Saturday afternoon, Lolly was bit in the face by a recluse spider. I'm telling you this y'all need to be careful. I know that it's been kind of a thing where people don't see them, but there are recluses in this area. She had to go in yesterday. She had to go in yesterday and get an IV treatment and get it squeezed out. Those of you who don't know what recluses do is actually what they do is they'll bite you and they'll lay their eggs in the bite mark. I know of them because of when I lived down south. So, she's still up and moving and fine. She's not disabled. I don't know if it was a brown or a gray. But she woke up this morning and the swelling had gotten worse, so she's going to go back in to the clinic this morning and get another IV treatment, and they're probably going to have to push it out, but the swelling has gone up into her eye, and it's starting to swell her eyes shut. So that's what we got going on in our house. Be careful. I have to go get some bombs. I have to bomb my shed now. These things are no joke. So be careful. Literally, she was pulling the lawn tractor in, pulling it into the shed Saturday, and it just dropped right down on top of her. So these things are no joke. I know when I was down in Arizona, there was a big deal about them, and when I was out in California, but more so in Arizona, there was a huge deal about them. Like, you didn't lean against chain link fence. You really watched what you leaned against or stood against, because of the fact that these things are they're vicious. they're not. It's not like they're gonna instantly kill you or anything like that, but they can definitely. And unfortunately, Lolly is prone to infection. You know, she's had some pretty bad infections in her face before, and it just makes her immune system open up to them more. So some people can be bit by them and never even know it. Uh, but if you get bit by something, definitely by all means, if you didn't know what it was or your kids get bit by something, keep an eye on it. Recluse bites will start swelling up fairly soon, and if you start seeing swelling like that, uh, you need to go in and get that taken care of. That's not something that you treat yourself, just so you know. So be checking your sheds, be checking your stuff. You know, identify the webs and things that are in your certain areas because they are definitely here. Yeah, if you don't get it taken care of right away, it can cause some serious damage. Angel is in Rapid City, South Dakota. Gonna ride an 1880 train in Keystone. Well, I appreciate you, Angel. Thank you. And that's something I like to do. That's something I like to do. I like to go out and you know, I like to visit people when time allows. I said about 9 times I had to get going, and I ended up leaving there fairly late. Yeah, I don't know how they survive up here because typically recluse spiders are a very warm climate type spider. So I don't know. Uh, but as far as I know, from what I understand, that I know I watched a deal about it earlier this week. We did we do have brown and gray recluse spiders up here. Uh, let's see here. Maybe I should pull them up so you guys can see them. All right. So this is typically what the brown looks like. That's your most common one. Is the brown recluse. That's what they look like. There you go. Here's a little bit bigger than a quarter. And then there's also are they not having any pictures of grays or what? Come on, Google. You're supposed to have everything. But basically the same thing, but Yeah. Uh, no. There you go. Here's a more accurate. That's a recluse. And that's a large one. They're not very big at all. So, apparently my Wi-Fi is not working, so but yeah, now you guys by all means can see. So that's what we're dealing with here. So be checking your sheds, check those little areas. They're not that common. I just want you guys to know that, but they are here. Okay, they're not here. Now that I know that I have one in my shed, I'm pretty sure that's what bit Lolly. The browns are a lot more common than the grays. But I need to check something here. Oh yeah. So yeah, the browns are a lot more common than the grays, so anyways, yeah, they're pretty rare, but here's the thing. Here's typically there's the different ways that they can get up here is they whether freight or people who've gone down there, they hitchhike a ride on a car, whatever the case may be. There's definitely been different ways that they get up here, just like anything else. So let's just spread some sulfur around, then spray for them. You can get rid of them pretty easy. Yeah, usually I just take insect bombs. Insect bombs usually typically get rid of them pretty good. So daddy longlegs can't bite through human skin. They don't have long enough. They don't have long enough fangs, even though they are one of the most venomous spiders. They can't typically penetrate. And even a lot of recluses, there's a lot of recluses depending on certain people. A lot of recluses can't either. So I don't know if I can get. I might have to go to the farm or garden store and see if I can get that. I didn't know that sludge. I'll try that out. I know we sprayed for them in. I know we sprayed for them in Arizona. We just got the insect bombs. you know, regular insect bombs that you buy, and then bomb the piss out of them. Yeah, we don't really have an issue with venomous snakes here in Minnesota. It's usually too cold for them. You can find some in the rocks way up in northern Minnesota, but you're looking and they're well monitored. You guys ever seen a daddy long legs attack another spider? That's pretty wild. My skin is crawling now. uh, yeah, like people like me, I've been bitten by a recluse spider. It didn't do anything. Um, that's how I found out about them. I was on a job site in Arizona, and I was painting some shit that had been on the ground for over a month, and I had something bite me in the arm. It swelled up a little bit and things like that, but you know, union rules. Get your ass up and tried Tempo. What is that, trucker? Uh yeah, so keep Lolly in your prayers. The whole side of her, the right side of her face is swollen out pretty good. They were pushing stuff out of it and everything, so yeah. And just be checking. You know, they're not that common. I mean, if you can identify them or if you want to just be safe, I'm going to definitely try the sulfur trick. See if I can't find some of that. I'm going to get off of here at 9. See if I can't find some. So, in other news, a lot of you have probably heard in California there was another shooting where 3 people are dead, including a 6-year-old child, and 15 people were injured. Here's the thing I hate about this. Yes, this is a very tragic event, but Tempo is a safe bug killer to spray in the house. That's pet and kid friendly, safe. This is out my shed. I don't have any problems in the house. Spider webs don't make it in this house at all. It'll be taken care of today, Chad. There won't even be an issue. I'll bomb the house and the garage and that'll be it. Gotta go. Monday is calling. I want to go back to the lake. Yeah, I do too. I didn't get out yesterday. So, yeah. Gilroy, California. The issue with this is again, guns are going to be under scrutiny. This time it was a semi-automatic rifle. They believe there's a second shooter that they're trying to locate. The primary shooter who was walking through the crowd is now he's been killed. Be prepared because now you're going to see people like Nancy Pelosi and a lot of other people who are going to be advocating, look, this is why we need more gun control. And again, I will state this. I will state this 100%. Okay. Gonna roll out. Have a good day, everyone. All right, Bubba. You keep it between the ditches. Keep them tires on the pavement and yeah. So the problem is guns aren't the problem. This is just an easy way for people to go out and do what they do. I mean, listen, if it isn't guns, it's going to be a car. Somebody's going to steal a truck. Somebody's going to do whatever. I mean, what are you going to do if when you take away guns and they start plowing through the crowds of these people, and somebody goes and steals a semi-truck? I mean, seriously. Yeah, it's going to get to be absolutely ridiculous. You watch, this is what's going to happen. This is going to be the thing. This is going to be a normal thing as far as what happens. Also, you know, of course, the news, they like to enunciate the fact that it's a mass shooting. So, it's that I don't believe they've identified the killers yet. Basically, somebody had said on the news that they had asked why, they were screaming why, and apparently one of the shooters said, because I'm angry. Gun control is hitting your target. More people killed by drunk driving. That is absolutely true. According to Ilhan Omar, it's all white people that are doing all the killing. So, yeah, that's Ilhan Omar's stance on it. It's all the white people doing the killing. The other thing, too, is media. Why did it take the media about 10 minutes to put that it was a white? I didn't see any identification of the shooter this morning, unless it was something they released. Look at CNN. CNN, I want you guys to see this. This is CNN reporting this. Mass shooting are a new normal in the U.S. Mass shootings are like when Struck Garlic Festival have become the new normal in the U.S. James Glover, CNN law enforcement analyst, said Monday. But the retired FBI supervisory agent said that it is extremely fortuitous that armed law enforcement officers were on the scene and able to swiftly engage the gunman within 1 minute. Mass shootings are often over in 5 to... By the way, I want you to know, oh, did they? Yeah, because it says that they haven't identified. The suspect, investigators have now identified the suspect who was shot and killed by police. A law enforcement source said Monday morning. Authorities say the crime scene is still active and they are investigating the possibility of a second suspect. That's the little boy that was killed in this shooting. I believe his family are all in critical condition or being treated. And this has been like a long going festival too. I think this has been going on for like 40 years. It's a renowned food festival. Uh uh yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything as far as the identity, whatever. They said it's supposed to be released later today, so I went to the Garlic Festival in '88 when I was stationed there. So keep your prayers going for those families involved in that. Very unfortunate incident. Unfortunately, it's gotten played out now that anytime a gun is used to perpetrate a crime, now we're going to spend the next 3 months fighting against gun control. Santana is what I'm seeing. Let's see. Hold on here. Might help if I could spell today. Oh, yeah, way to screw everything up. So, yeah. Anyways, Santino William Negan. See, look at that. You guys are good. Make sure I spelt that right. $19 years old. Yeah, I don't see any pictures of him. They've all said that, yeah, there's a few places. The California deals are identifying him. A lot of them are just now updating their stuff. Did you hear about the two kids in Italy? The two Americans in Italy, by the way, that are being held on suspicion of murdering an Italian police officer? It was in all fatigues, taking pictures. He had a machine gun, and he was simply taking pictures. I wonder if this shit was on social media. I wonder if that shit made social media somewheres. Huh. Oh, Brent rolled in here? I didn't even see him. There he is. Good morning, buddy. What's shaking? So, by the way, thank you publicly for the hospitality of you and your family. Had a blast Saturday. One day I'll be able to do that kind of shit more often. So, I was telling everybody about that concoction your mom made up. Boy, kind of makes a fat guy want to eat healthy. So, today starts a new venture for me also. I will be... Why?
Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark.
Yeah. Uh, might not be awake. So it was definitely a blast. Rich is like, no! How'd you like to be one of these truck guys, be rolling go into unload or something, and they're listening to me over their Bluetooth? And I got a lot of truck drivers who do that listen to me over their Bluetooth. And they got the window down and they're backing in, and also when y'all blast Baby Shark. Yeah. So, ugh. All right, I appreciate it. Yeah. So, one of the things I'm going to do, your girls tortured you with that song this weekend. So people are like, man, you had some pretty vibrant comments when they first started playing the soundboard. I said, well, I found out that if I don't watch what I say on some of these platforms, that yeah, like wishing certain ill wills of elephants on people. Found out that I can get in a lot of trouble for that, so we don't say that stuff anymore. But yeah, I have to go get my camper registered today. See one of them dancing. Those of y'all who caught my Snapchat on Friday, you just see me doing the get up challenge, get it up or giddy up challenge, or whatever the fuck they call it. Yeah. People are like, what? What? Oh, yeah. We got exclusive content for certain people. Uh-huh. It just happens. I got bored. One day I'm going to win the Powerball, and I'm just going to pay somebody to follow me around on stream all day with a fucking camera. I can't. You can't. I didn't save it on Snapchat for that very reason. I realized after I posted it, we're not doing that again. Oh, it's too late. It's already gone. It happened Friday. Snapchat only stays on for 24 hours.
Oh, yeah!
So, anyways, yeah, one of the other things too is there you've got these two American college students, I guess, who are in Italy being detained on suspicion of killing an Italian police officer. And one of the things is, you know, one, everybody wants to know, yeah, did they do it? But two, Bulk 420, what is happening? Good to see you. Two, they were showing pictures of these guys blindfolded and being interrogated. So, it'll be, I'll be watching that story to see how that comes out. Also, there's been Donald Trump has vowed to turn Minnesota red, and mainly, for the most part, you know, the thing that the people in the 5th District need to understand with that is, you know, She said that her district is 70% white, and she said that you guys are responsible for the problems. I have a question for you. How mad did you think Stacy would be if I welded her deck chairs? Ha! Hey, as long as you put a seatbelt in it, you'll be all right. So that way you can't tip people out of them. Fucking send it. Just fucking send it. Hell yeah, I never thought of that. That'd been a great idea. God, Grandpa would have whooped my ass. The best part is if you don't have a hydraulic bucket on there, when you got the old fucking spring load lever and you yank that, and you gotta yank that son of a bitch back, and it just dumps the bucket. It'd be just like, listen, you'll have your own carny ride right there. You know, voting only accepted college-educated adults. Republicans would drop like flies. That's not true. Believe it or not, more and more people, even, you know, and the problem is college-educated adults. That's not true. I'm college-educated and I voted for Trump. You know, that's not true at all. You know, I mean, truth of the matter is you know, more and more people. The thing is, when you have an economy that's doing as good as ours, unemployment as low as what we have it, and immigration being hit head on, including border control, more and more people around the spectrum. No, I don't think you're right in that. I don't think that, I mean, what does college education have to do with it? Because then if that's the case, then only college educated adults should be paying taxes. Only college educated adults should be forced to work. I mean, you want to go that route, let's run the spectrum all the way around. If we want to do college educated only, right, but this is why we have an electoral college. This is why we have an electoral college, so some bankrupt shit dump state like California isn't deciding who our politicians are going to be. So I mean, you want to go the route of I don't know how California is pulling their weight when damn near every city in California has filed bankruptcy. The state in and of itself is bankrupt. They're begging for federal funding to continue on with their sanctuary state, as they call it. When you have the governor of California, who is raising taxes at an all-time high, you have people filing out of that state at a rate of over 1,000 people a day to places like Houston, Texas, where Houston, Texas is set up in an incentive program for people coming out of California to start their businesses. That's what I mean, though. You have Silicon Valley and San Francisco, which is the richest city in the United States, but you have the most bankrupt state in the union. They are literally the most bankrupt state in the union. I mean, I'd like to know. I'd like to know what exactly is Google and Facebook and Apple and YouTube. I mean, Google and YouTube are the same, but you know exactly what what are they doing to pull their weight? You realize California succeeded from the U.S. I wish California would succeed from the U.S. You'll get no debates from me from that, but I promise you all them fancy companies you talk about will move out of California. They will move out of California. They get to do what they do because they enjoy the freedoms allotted to them. They don't get those freedoms in other countries, by the way. The Facebook, Google, they're constantly being sued in other countries and they're winning. People are suing the shit out of them. Here in the United States, they can't be sued. And if they move from the United States would sue the shit out of them. What is California going to do? They succeed from the United States, they're brainiac. They have no military force. All them big companies you just labeled, they all move. They all move. California wouldn't put nothing in its place. California is bankrupt. They have nothing. But anyways, when you have something a little more educated to say, let me know. College educated people be the only ones allowed to vote. Well, that's fine. I'm all for that. That sure is funny. There's a lot of people who voted for Donald Trump that aren't telling their friends. I have to pick up a snowblower. Hope y'all have a great day. All right, Clint, we'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah, it's because it's the propaganda which they teach inside their schools started back in the 1960s during the hippie movement, when now you have a lot of teachers in there who are part of the hippie movement, who are anti-government, but yet they believe in socialism. They believe in things like the government should pay and handle everything. Also, as well as the government getting involved in public education system. So, no, they're not educated. That's fine. I listen. I'll succeed. I'll let you have it your way. That's fine. Conservatives can drop. Conservatives can drop. We'll do college educated only. Let conservatives drop. But life as you know it is over. Everybody thinks that socialism is the answer. Everybody thinks that well, I mean, if I had a couple $100 billion, I wouldn't be working. But that's not going to happen. It's just an overly, it's just an overly ignorant statement. What does college education have to do with it? Because how many students back in the day went and got artsy fartsy degrees on student loans and defaulted? Oh, wait, that's right. That was a non-conservative program. I'm going to go get a degree in painting. Now what are they doing? They're working in a motherfucking gas station. I remember, I don't know, I mean, they came in recruiting for people to go to work for graphic designs. Go to work for graphic designs in schools when I was in high school. And I don't know how many of my friends went to go do it. And I can't think of a single one of them. I can't think of a single one of them that's actually working in graphic design. Not one of them. Well, I have engineers in my family, and I can tell you right now, they sure the fuck wouldn't vote Democrat. No fucking way. I mean, but you can believe your numbers if you want, but you're thinking of modern day college educated. There's lots of people who have college educations out there that well, I don't expect you to give a shit about my family. No, and you're wrong. There's no proven fact in this. There's no proven statistic. You are wrong. It's okay.
Do you suck dicks? Do you suck dicks?
I mean, where they have no... Show me one place in the United States where you have no access to education. Give me one place in the entire United States that you have no access to education. One place.
Oh, yeah!
And you're wrong on all those accords. So, anyways, but you can believe what you want. Anyways, so with all that being said, it's going to be interesting. I don't know. Maybe the Democrat created No Child Left Behind program. It says that every child in the United States, every citizen child in the United States has access to education. I remember them having to drive, some kids being on the bus for over an hour each way just to get to school. I mean, we were bused 20-something miles to school when I was going to school. Random Gaming 2099. Welcome to the Invasion Nation. I think Francis 3745 got beat up with a stupid stick this morning. I got up and I seen CNN. I watched CNN. That's what they said. It's true. It's on CNN.
Oh, yeah!
Hey, stupid, you understand that most farm boys nowadays have college degrees, right? You understand that, right? That most farm boys have college degrees, right? Yeah. Have business management degrees. Agricultural science degrees. Fucking idiot. God, that's what happens. See, look, somebody completely uneducated. Oh, heaven forbid I'd live right next to a town that has an ag college in it. Heaven forbid that we live in that most towns now have agricultural science as a class. And this is what happens when you get stupid.
Oh, yeah!
So it very uneducated, Wolfram. Apparently he thinks he has a college education in an artsy fartsy degree, and apparently us farm kids can't have a college education. It's impossible, and that there's places in the United States where you can't get an education. I mean, they've got fucking schools in the middle of bumfucked Alaska, frozen tundras, but there's a school there. They might be just wooden shanties, but they're held to federal guidelines just like everybody else. One-room schoolhouses out there. See, I just timed him out. See, I didn't block him. I just timed him out. Oh, they haven't rigged the system. Henceforth, Donald Trump. See, that's one of Hillary's greatest backfires, because Hillary made a call to all these news media outlets. Give Donald Trump all the attention. Give Donald Trump the attention. Well, you done fucked up, Hillary. Which reminds me, have you guys seen all the shit going on the news with all that stuff? I mean, seriously. What the fuck is going on there? I mean, Democrats are calling for, they're going to continue to investigate, and they basically want every inch of Donald Trump's life because they're trying to find something. 10 minutes of my life I won't get back. They're not going to get impeachment. That's the problem. They're not going to get impeachment whatsoever. And I can tell you that truthfully, because the fact of the matter is there's still no proof. There's nothing. Yeah! What do we got? A fucking trolling raid coming in? So, I mean, the full truth of the matter is this. There's nothing to charge Trump with. There's nothing to charge him with. You know, they've tried they've tried him on racist comments, which was shut all the way down. Yeah, a lot of people are cutting ties. Well, here's the thing, Joker dude, and you bring up an interesting point, because all these people who were investing in the fact that Hillary was going to become president, all these people who were investigating all these people who were investing in the fact that Hillary was going to become president. I mean, let's face it. It's you know, yeah. I mean, let's face it. It's she was making deals. What the hell was she? Secretary of State or some shit like that. She has millions of dollars. Explain to me how the governor of Arkansas, him and his wife both had their legal licenses disbanded. They get what, $200,000 a year? So it's $400,000 a year, but they're living extremely high off the hog. Oh, that's right. Okay, they're living extremely high off the hog. For what? Oh, well, let's see. She was single-handedly, well, basically her committee was responsible for funding the Steele dossier. You know, it would be amazing. Vapor, good morning, good to see you. You are definitely late, because I'm done in about 15 minutes. No, you're not fired. Jeepers. The truth of the matter is the Steele dossier. Now they're looking at, now maybe there's a real investigation into these emails, the things that she was brought up, the charges. I mean, literally, they found her making business deals as a government employee with Middle Eastern companies. And this is the same thing that they're convincing everybody Donald Trump was doing as a civilian. Listen, they're making you think that it's illegal to got no time for that shit. They're making you think that it was illegal for Donald Trump to be doing business deals as he was running for president. Okay, here's the thing. Your life doesn't go on hold because you're running as a politician. Donald Trump, yes, of course. Of all people, Donald Trump, by all means, was doing business as he was running for president. He had a company to run. That's not illegal. That's not wrong. But Democrats want to make you think that it is. Democrats want to make you think that because he was running and he won, now there's a problem with it. But had he not won, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But what's the point? And now he's being called what the hell's his name? God damn it. Of course I'm nope, that ain't it. Let's see here. What the hell is that guy's name? What's the guy from fucking Maryland that was that they're saying Donald Trump is now racist against? No, it wasn't Radcliffe. Radcliffe is guy came to work on the deck, said he forgot pieces, supplies. Elijah Cummings, that's what it is. Thank you. So you've got Elijah Cummings right now, screaming that Donald Trump is racist because he said Baltimore's infest. And I mean, literally, the crime rate out of Baltimore is ridiculous. Baltimore, it literally has gone off the fucking charts. Yeah, no shit. It is. It's and their crime is up there. I mean, wasn't Maryland the one that just had a governor or some shit like that was arrested for fucking doing a book deal? Like selling books to hospitals and profiting off of them and using her political position to do that? Oh. Clintons have been known to be racist for a long time. Every time I think of Bill Clinton, it reminds me No, there was a book deal. I forgot what the hell her name was. She was selling children's books to hospitals. Catherine Pugh. Mayor. Catherine Pug, or whatever the hell her name is. She used her political influence to push her Baltimore mayor. Do I support the fact that a nonprofit organization can pay their CEO $10 million in salary? I don't know. Why don't you ask the liberal hopeful Hillary Clinton? Why don't you just find out how much her and her husband are making? They're college educated. That's the way the laws are. What do you do? What would you, I want to ask this. What would you rather have them do? You tell me you're not for socialism. What would you have them do with the money then?
Oh, yeah!
This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part about liberal way of thinking. Liberals believe that anybody who makes a profit should automatically have to give the money back. If it's a nonprofit, that means people are donating the money. Their finances are public record. Okay. That means finances are public record and their money is received through public donation. When your money is received through public donation, that then means, the public doesn't have to donate if they don't support it. Oh, should check into that. I mean, I wouldn't know anything about the NRA. Nothing. Not a thing. Don't have a clue. Okay. And here's the thing. A nonprofit, they do support their cause. I mean, here's the thing. Let me help you out. Just so we can end this argument before you think you're right again. Francis, I'm going to help you out. A nonprofit organization is a public funded organization by public donation. If the public continues to support them, knowing that they're paying their CEO or whoever else $10 million a year, that's fine. Joker, I don't allow links posted on here. I got entirely way too many trolls that come through here. And you can send them through Vapor. He'll check them out and see if they're worth posting. You can send them to Vapor, whisper him to Vapor. He's in here, or otherwise Redneck Tech Support when he's in here. But yeah, fact is, wealth inequality is not an issue. So, oh, Vapor got him again. I tried giving him a warning, but here's the thing. Here's people bitch about nonprofits and doing this, but if you support that nonprofit, and they're public funded. Now there's certain nonprofits that piss me off. Nonprofits like Planned Parenthood. Those piss me off. I don't believe my tax money should be going into causes that I don't support. So, uh-oh. They done fucked up. Then got Gus pissed off. I think so, Joker. I don't know. I know there was a deal posted up about that. I think he's being fought in court on that. The federal I forgot what the hell it's called, but there's a federal tax bill out there that does not allow Planned Parenthood. But let's face it, they get the money, they figure out a way to do it. That's not they give Planned Parenthood tax money, and they're not supposed to be they give Planned Parenthood tax money, but they're not supposed to be using it towards abortions. But let's just face it, there's ways to do things in business. There's a reason they're as big as they are. Debt is healthy. We should debt rather than taxes. Honestly, I think if my studies have shown right, I've heard anywhere. I believe a 7% flat tax. I know there's a few other people that have said, even a 10% flat tax across the board for everybody, businesses, people, everything all across. A 10% flat tax all the way across the board. We would have more than enough money to fund this country. I'd rather pay a 10% flat tax or a 7% flat tax. That's what I believe. Or you do a 7% or do a 10% flat tax, and then they split it up between the state and federal. I believe that wholeheartedly. Do I think we'll ever see that? Hell no. I think it's going to take it would be nice to get somebody like Donald Trump one-on-one and say, hey, Republicans are fixing to take everything over. Why don't we get this flat tax thing going here? Why don't we just do that? Let's just do it all. And let's pass it into law, because it'll win by a landslide. Because most politicians are business owners anyways. And instead of paying 25 or 30 or 40-something% taxes, in which a lot of them pay, they'd be more than happy to pay a 10% flat. Hold on 1 second here, guys. Dyslexia kicking in. Alright, Lolly is going in at 10 o'clock. So, okay. All right, guys. It's about that time. I just want to thank everybody for coming in. I want to thank the people that help us keep going every day. Mill Pond Salon, Romaine Berg, KJ's Quick Stop, Iams Garage. Greatly appreciate those guys. I appreciate it, Vapor. Don't worry about it, man. Also, to those of you guys to those of you guys who've been helping out and doing shit, yeah. So, greatly appreciate y'all keeping this stuff rolling. The people who donated. Tech is going to be out of town until Wednesday doing conferences. After that, I'm assuming we'll get things set up to do the waxing. As you can see, I'm just thrilled about this. Remember to be praying for Lolly. She's got to go back in at 10 o'clock today to get this infection dealt with. So after all that, we will definitely be going. We're gonna raid Australia's fishing. We haven't done this. I haven't done this in a while. But you know, he's been a longtime friend of the stream. Very nice guy. Probably one of the most polite people on Twitch. I mean, very nice guy altogether. So, those of you who don't know what a raid is this. Is where basically we take everybody from this channel, we go over there, we go see him, and basically what we're going to do is go over. You guys go in, use your redneck invasion emojis. If you don't have them, just put "you've been raided," and we're gonna go over and raid him. Take care of that as soon as I type this shit in. I'm getting better at these raids, by the way. Now, yeah, I hear you, buddy. I'm just looking at your thing, so. Wish I could just put these all. Hey, Matt, what's happening? I think I got this right. All right, there we go. You guys be ready. We are going to go in and raid in 3, 2, 1, now.
There we go. So what we'll do, how about we do it like that, eh? What do you reckon? We'll have the Zoom here. Redneck, how are you, mate? Oh, thank you very, very much for the raid. Welcome, everyone. Vaporize, how are you, brother? Redneck Invasion, how are you, my friend? Ruger wife, wouldn't upset you, you'll shoot him. Ruger wife, how you going, mate? Welcome. Please support Redneck Invasion, people. He's an absolute champ, lovely fella, and I've got a lot of time for him. Him and 30, very good people. They get on pretty well. Hello, Vaporize. Transom 84, how are you, mate? Oh, 1984 Trans Am, good year. That's when cars were cars, mate, not like nowadays, you know. Alex 1X, thank you very, very much for the host. Welcome, everyone. We're doing